Hey everyone, Sully here. Today I want to talk about the Halloween event. They just released new details on it, and the reason why I want to talk about it is there's some things you want to prepare for ahead of the event actually starting. So there's some things you should know because they reworked the whole event. I'm gonna start with the Broom here. It's what a lot of people are interested in, mainly because it's a pretty good mount. It's got 2,000 power, so it's good whether you're a DPS or support class. This insignia bonus can give you Wanderer's Fortune, which is really sought after, on your mains or your alts. Refinement's been a little bit easier to get lately, but it's always useful if you're still leveling up your character. And so the real question is, how will we get this mount? And they actually detailed that. And the actual answer is pretty, I guess, not upsetting, but it's not what we're hoping for. So you're gonna have to get some bristles. You're gonna have to open pinatas. Turn in your bags. But the main thing is we're gonna have to pay money. 50,000 AD. And the reason why this is kind of bad is because if you're one of those people who planned on getting one for all your characters, you know, it's 50,000 AD every time. So yeah, it's only a half a day's AD if you play one character, but if you play two, it's an entire day's worth of rough astral diamond. If you play four characters, that's 2 days. And I understand why they're doing this. They've been going on this trend of messing with the economy, trying to limit how much AD you earn, trying to make you spend it in more ways. But really, the people this is punishing are the people who are playing alt characters because they have to pay more and more and more to maintain their alts. And if those people stop playing their alt characters, all of a sudden they start selling off all their enchantments, flooding the market with different stuff. They stop buying as much new stuff because they're not playing their alts. You take away a lot of the actual characters being played in the game, and the economy is going to get worse. So I understand why they're trying to do it. It is a small amount of money. It is a good amount, so it's probably worth it. But it's a bad trend because if people stop playing alt characters because they're being overcharged too much, it's going to end up hurting the economy. And if they start reworking all events this way, if I have to pay, a couple, a couple 100,000 astral diamonds, Halloween, a couple thousand astral diamonds for Christmas, a couple 100,000 the next random events they introduce, that starts adding up over time when my earnings are limited. So the mount's great, but the fact that we actually have to buy it, um, isn't that great because again, these are traditionally things that we've been given for free. If you compare it to the Siege of Neverwinter, which was also a Wanderer's Fortune mount, you could get that for free on all your characters. The Wonders of Gone, had a free purple mount. The purple sleds from the Winter Festival. So that's one of the main things I want to cover. Is it's going to cost you a little bit of money if you're trying to get the Broom. The other main thing is that they made this an annual competition. You can see how they titled it First Annual Contest of Liars. And what that means is you're going to actually have to pick a team. So they kind of modeled this a lot after um, the Day of the Dungeon Master, it looks, where you could pick a team. But that really only affected like what color Lathander's do you got. The actual result was all the same and it gave you a different title. Here you're gonna have to pick a team and only one team's gonna win. And whatever team wins gets a special transmute look, basically. They're putting in a new item uh, that's going to transform your character. You can see here's the three, and only one of these items will be in game for this year. The losing teams will be available to try and win again next year. But so what team you pick is kind of important. Um, so I'm going to go back to this picture of the NPCs because these are basically what I assume the three looks are going to be like. One is a witch look, another one is a scarecrow look, and the last one's kind of the razorwood look, the tree look. So um, I'm going to be going with the tree look because it's the most unique. The pumpkin head has been in the game for a long time. We also have the scarecrow hat now with the decaying habit. So the Scarecrow look isn't that unique. You've got the Witch over here. Now we have the Witch Wizard hat from the Rasmanka hunt. You have the Hag's Rags, which is basically probably going to be what the chess piece looks at. So you can probably get this look already too. So these two looks aren't really unique. So I'm going to be going with the Razorwood tree look. That's the Naughty Roots team. I guess I'd encourage you to do the same, but pick whichever one you like. I could see people going with the witch look a lot if they're Dragonborn and they can't actually wear a hat. For whatever reason, Dragonborns still can't wear hats. And I think a lot of people will probably pick the witch look because they're gonna think, well, I got this new broom, I want to look like a witch while I'm riding it. But I doubt it's gonna actually work that way because again, these items look a lot like the Day of the Dungeon Master wand, where it transforms your character. But visual effects have never worked on mounts. Even if you look at your armor enchants and your weapon enchants that have historically, now you can turn them on and off, but have always been visual effects on your characters. All visual effects have always kind of dropped the second you mount up. So I doubt you'll be able to use this, transform yourself into a witch, and ride your broom all at the same time. So that's why I'm going for the tree look. And the reason why kind of picking your team is important because you kind of get punished for losing. So right here in the contest rewards, it talks about it a bit, but only one of these items will be put in game for the year. And if your team wins, you get it for free, and you get a discount on all your alts that also want to purchase it. So again, alts are getting punished. If you play all characters, you have to pay extra. And then the other important note is that the losing teams have to basically pay full price if they want to buy the winning team's item, because their item's not going to be available. Only the winning team should be available, and then they're going to have to pay full price, and they're not telling you how much that actually costs. They say a low AD cost. Who knows what that means? But it probably is pretty high, because if there's a discount to be applied to it, you know what I mean? Why would they even discount the cost of it if the cost is already really low? So that part doesn't really make sense. Well, I guess we'll see what it actually is at the end. But yeah, pick your favorite team. Try to coordinate, because it could save you money. And if your team does end up losing, you're gonna have to wait all the way till next year. They basically said that next year, whichever team wins is going to be replaced with a new option, and so it's going to be the new team competing with the two losing teams from the previous year. So if you do end up losing, it's not the end of the world. You got to wait a year. But the last thing is, in the entire write up, which they didn't release all the full details. They didn't talk about the new Empowered Illusionist mask, so I'm probably going to make a guide when this goes live in game, and just so you can actually visually see how to accomplish everything if you find that helpful. But they haven't really released any details on the new Illusionist Mask artifact. So I'll bring that to you probably a day or two after the event started, because I'm going to be busy in real life the first day of the event. But yeah, I hope this helps. I hope this helps you get ready for the event, because like I said, what team you actually pick is going to be important. You might have to save up some AD if you plan on buying that mount for all your alts,